in closing to my last topic, which was basically me discussing the understanding of him and her and self, right? The significance of it. Um, Something happened in regards to me uploading it and recording it and so forth. So what I'm forced to do now is basically conclude that topic again, so that I can add it with the first part of the talk. And basically, what I was saying at the end of that is that um, I mean, we just basically have to seek out criticism. We have to become lovers of truth, and we must understand that truth is what it is. How do we define truth? Truth can no longer be questioned. That's one definition for truth. Truth can no longer be questioned logically. Yeah, a person can ask silly questions all day if it has no rationale to it. But again, truth, once it reaches a point to where it cannot no longer be questioned logically, then that's how you find truth. And that comes through not just listening to people or reading one or two books, but it comes to doing your thorough investigation yourselves. So, again, what I'm getting at is that we have to become open to truth, and a lot of times that truth comes. Most people don't like truth, and what we consider to be truth is criticism. We've given a negative connotation or connection to truth, and therefore I believe this is why our culture has become one that propagates lies more than anything, because that's what we are more susceptible to. And whenever there's a truth bringer that comes about, that individual is frowned upon and rejected, because they're coming with something that the mind isn't used to, therefore doesn't even like to receive. You look at that in the form of eating healthy food opposed to eating a lot of junk food, food that isn't bad for us. Once we get so accustomed to eating things that aren't bad for us, when it comes to eating things that is healthy for us, it's frowned upon. It doesn't taste the same. We compare it naturally to the bad food, and so we prefer the bad over the good. Likewise, this is how truth and falsehood also should be looked at. And again, in short, we should seek out criticism from those closest to us, from those who know us best. And even when someone approaches us who doesn't know us and say a certain thing, don't be quick to reject it just because you or I disagree. Again, when you're in your own lonesome, when you're doing your own thing by yourself, give it some thought, really give it some real deep consideration. Look at it, listen, pay attention to those. If you've heard these things from a number of people, and these people have no knowledge of each other, then you definitely have to give it some consideration. I myself, likewise. And again, man, there's no perfection here, and there's no perfection nowhere but with God Himself. And so, therefore, for us, all we can do is strive for it, which is to death do us all part, and that's from the cradle to the grave. That's how far the journey is. So, stay open, seek it out, man. Love truth, seek criticism. You have to ask for it. You have to encourage it. Because again, if you truly care about your evolution and your development, you truly care about, the way you socially, your social health is with people, no matter whether it be at work, school, or in the home. We have to really take serious our own mental state, psychological state, our emotional state. And again, we must also understand, even with that it has a lot to do with our perspective and how we look at and receive the things that we hear. Again, this is my truth. You can either accept it or reject it. It's all on you. Until next time, peace out.